In this edition of City News, see how Hawthorne's economy is improving. Also, Hawthorne police have been citing drivers. Find out why. And learn why thousands of schools are pledging to read. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Jennifer Wade. The 2015 State of the City Address and Luncheon was recently held by the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce. Mayor Chris Brown spoke about the present and future of the city.
For the first time in 6 years, we have eliminated an $8 million deficit, and the city is fiscally sound and operating $1.5 million in black with an 18% reserve.
Mayor Brown said this helps in continuing the betterment of the city.
Over the last 15 months, we have opened 50 new businesses, including a brand new Ross, PetSmart, and a new grocery store, and some smaller businesses catered around SpaceX and aerospace industry, creating over 1,000 new jobs for our community.
To watch the coverage in its entirety, stay tuned to our channel. Hawthorne police trade in their uniforms and go undercover to help improve pedestrian safety. In the past 3 years, there have been 131 auto-pedestrian accidents, resulting in 7 fatalities. Hawthorne police are cracking down on some of the problem areas like the crosswalk at 116th Street and Hawthorne Boulevard.
I'm actually participating in a pedestrian protection program. As we cross across the crosswalk, we're trying to get people to stop for us. And when they don't stop, we have our enforcement officers stop them and either warn them or give them a citation.
Disguised officers took on various roles, including a couple pushing a baby stroller.
I've been amazed to watch car after car shave the heels or shave right in front of the baby stroller as if they don't care or the baby stroller wasn't even there with the young couple.
Once the pedestrian has stepped onto the street within those marked cross lines, then they have the right of way until they make it all the way through.
Police say many drivers are not abiding the law, creating a dangerous situation for pedestrians.
A lot of people almost get killed here on a daily basis, especially my coworkers upstairs.
I've seen many people get hit, especially I've got hit a few years ago, but a few months ago, me and my wife almost got hit down the street.
Hawthorne police cited 53 drivers during the 4 hours they monitored the crosswalk.
Hi, good morning. Do you know why I pulled you over this morning?
Hawthorne police hope their efforts help educate citizens about the importance of abiding the speed limit and being alert. For more information about the Hawthorne Police Department, please visit www.hawthornepolice.com. For graduating high school seniors, is there a Vietnam veteran in your life? If so, you can enter to receive a $1,000 scholarship from the 20th Annual Vietnam Veterans of America Scholarship Program.
To be eligible, students must report on a Vietnam-era veteran who served in the U.S. Armed Forces on active duty in Vietnam between February 28, 1961 and May 7, 1975, or in any duty location between August 5, 1964 and May 7, 1975. Verification of veterans' military service may be required. Students must be a family member or significantly influenced by the veteran. Applicants must submit an essay with minimum of 500 words. The essay should include the veteran's bio, branch of service, military unit, and dates of active service, as well as at least one of the following topics on the Vietnam War: what the war meant to the veteran, what the war meant to the veteran's family, what the war means to the student, how the war relates to American history, how current events impacted the student's view about veterans, or how the war affects current events today. In addition to the essay, students must include a short bio highlighting their school and community involvement and scholastic achievement and goals. Applicants must submit before 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, April 12, 2015. The scholarship is open to college and technical school bound South Bay Area seniors.
Applicants should email entries in Microsoft Word format to scholarships@vva53.org. For more information, please call 310-540-8820. Washington elementary students joined millions across the nation to participate in the National Education Association's Read Across America program, a week-long initiative to encourage children to read. The Read Across America program is now in its 18th year. The annual event celebrates the birthday of the infamous writer and cartoonist, Dr. Seuss.
It's a time in which we've set aside to recognize that it's important to read, not just to your children, but your children, to encourage them to read every day.
City Council member Angie Reyes English was one of the many volunteers to read to Miss Abramsky's first grade class.
I am Sam.
We've had parents coming in, retired teachers coming in, community people from around the area coming in to read this week.
My favorite book is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My favorite book is Dr. Seuss.
Students honor Dr. Seuss by dressing up as some of their favorite Seuss characters.
We have our Spirit Week where kids are dressing up in red, white, and black, and students are having their favorite hat day, just in celebration of Dr. Seuss's birthday and also to cultivate a love of reading.
Children were encouraged to take advantage of the library and to pick up a book any chance they get. For more information on Read Across America, please visit www.readacrossamerica.org. Coming up next on City News, the dedication of one resident gets recognized by a local group. See how these artists are challenging the way we see art. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. While many volunteers give their time to helping others and not expecting anything in return, the Hawthorne Imperial Lions have made it their mission to recognize these extraordinary people. Jennifer Murillo was at the 40th Annual Citizen of the Year celebration to tell us who was this year's honoree.
Ladies Auxiliary member Sharon Mills was honored for dedicating countless hours to the veterans of foreign war post-2075.
I always figure there's somebody that's done more than me, kind of a thing, so I did feel kind of weird, but it was also an honor to be nominated. Thank you.
We don't see her coming and say, oh, I do this, I do that, I do that. So she do that for her heart. So that is what, for us, is very important to recognize those people, because people should know about their stories, about the time that they give to our community.
Mrs. Mills began volunteering when her husband joined the VFW and has been dedicated to serving veterans for over 30 years.
She does not ever complain about anything. She's always there to help.
Just makes you feel good that you're helping veterans.
Even though Mrs. Mills says she first joined to stay busy with her husband, she now volunteers at the VFW several days a week and enjoys doing so. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To volunteer or find out information on how to join the VFW, visit vfw2075.tripod.com. Nora Puber, Hawthorne City Clerk, introduced the 2015 Hall of Fame inductees who were selected by the Hawthorne Historical Society. All of the inductees have lived and worked in Hawthorne.
Our first selection for this year is a well-known person, and he was with the title of World's Greatest Athlete, and that is Jim Thorpe. The next person that we would like to induct is Carl Banish, and he became the father of base jumping. The next person is a community leader. His name was Reese Walton. He was the superintendent of our schools. Every year we select one business who has contributed to the city. This year we want to honor Sears Lumber. And then the final one, there's a little band that was formed in the 60s. They became the most famous American band in the world, the Beach Boys.
The 2015 Hall of Fame banquet will take place on July 17th at the Hawthorne Memorial Center. For more information, please visit www.hawthornehistorical.com. A group of artists took inspiration from graffiti, rocks, and crushed cans to create an art show in Hawthorne. Shantae Passmore has the story.
In the past, a small industrial complex has been the scene for artists to show their work, and Pauline Paris is determined to continue this tradition.
I think I've seen a change regarding the presence of artists in Hawthorne over the past 2 years because people start to notice that we're here.
Art brings culture, and eventually art will bring a lot of people to the neighborhood, and people will come, and it will result in increased commerce to the area.
Paris and other artists collaborated to create an art show featuring traditional art.
I'm creating those landscapes that are almost abstract, because when you look at them, you have the feeling that you know the place, that you've been there, but you're not exactly sure when and where.
And non-traditional art like rocks and cans created by artist Alden Marin and a video projection by Jan Mallard.
Jan is presenting Light Path, which is a video about the eternal fight between light and darkness.
To help set the mood, they invited guitarist Freddie Coelha. Paris hopes events like this attract more people to attend because, as he says, art is meant to be enjoyed by everyone, not just a particular crowd. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
To learn more about Paul in Paris or when another art show is coming to town, visit www.paulinparis.com. Good nutrition and a balanced diet help kids grow up healthy. The Wiseburn Unified School District made changes in all the district cafeterias to help improve students' nutrition. Jennifer Murillo headed over to the Richard Henry Dana Middle School to tell us what they're doing.
For the first time in almost 25 years, the district transitioned from providing prepackaged and reheated type meals to cooking fully prepped meals.
A lot of the food was ending up in the trash can, and the students weren't eating it. And if you have students that aren't eating, they're not healthy students.
One of our biggest goals is to make sure that we're supplying the children and the students with the most delicious and nutritious food options that we can give them.
Students can now choose to have a salad, fruit, and fresh made pizza or hamburgers daily, or can choose to go with the daily special. Today, a chicken cordon bleu.
Well, I think that it's pretty cool because now we can taste homemade food, not packaged foods. I like the pizzas because they make it really good and the crust is soft, but rather than hard. And I like the specials because it's different foods and you get to try everything.
They have great selections. For example, today you see the strawberries parfaits, and every day we have a specialty.
The change started in September 2014, and in only a few months, the district has already seen a 20% increase in the number of meals being served.
We're now serving over 1,300 meals a day, which is well over half of our students, and we hope it keeps going.
They really enjoy the meals, and sometimes they say it's a lot better than what they eat at home.
Even though it takes longer to prepare the food and a few more employees had to be hired, the goal was one that had to be accomplished.
Ultimately goes back to wanting to have healthier students. Healthier students are more productive in the classroom, so you actually see some academic results.
I think we all know that if kids are eating healthy, their cognitive functions are better, their attention span is better, they learn better, and everything is better for them, obviously, all the way around.
Dr. Tom Johnstone says that parents have also had a positive response to the change.
Parents are also excited. It's like they're making their children lunch every day or have their kids complaining all the time about how bad the food is. We're getting just the opposite.
Now that they make them, it's I think it's a little healthier and it's better for your body.
Dr. Johnstone also says that the Wiseburn Unified School District is very excited about this change and that the district is continuously looking for ways to make improvements. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn about the company running the fully prepped meal program, visit their website at www.chartwellschools.com. When we return, see why students are learning how to design and play video games. Hundreds of students get an outer space experience at El Camino College. Jennifer Murillo was there to bring us all the details.
The 28th annual Onizuka Space Science Day event invited students from 5th through 12th grade to learn more about space and science.
It's important for the students to know science and technology and mathematics from a young age. We don't want them dropping off in middle school when they start thinking about other things.
This event began in remembrance of astronaut Ellison Onizuka, who perished along with 6 other crew members in the Space Shuttle Challenger accident 29 years ago. His dream was to encourage the youth to strive for and achieve their career goals.
This was a moment of the launch, but it was very smooth inside.
He inspired me a lot, and I
I would like to continue his legacy as an astronaut, and I always want to come here and then enjoy talking with the children.
Astronaut Koichi Wakata was this year's speaker, who shared his experiences from space and allowed students the opportunity to ask him questions.
Looking at the questions that I had today, I was so impressed. They are listening very carefully of what I was saying, and they are so enthusiastic about science and space exploration especially.
I like seeing a real astronaut and like all the stuff he does, like how he eats and how he plays.
After the presentation, students were invited to attend the free workshops and activities put together through collaboration of LSNS Onizuka Memorial Committee, American Motor Company Incorporated, and El Camino College.
We have about 20 different activities, from a planetarium show to chemistry demonstrations to the Air Force is here talking about GPS and satellite systems and all kinds of activities for the students.
We're in one of the workshops where they have bugs, and you can actually try them out. So, kind of chewy, but I guess not bad.
The 3D printer was cool. The bugs was cool, the space bugs. And these are really fun activities. We went into one of the rooms and we got to see the solar system.
Space Science Day kept many students busy for several hours and got them thinking about their future.
I like science, so probably maybe a scientist.
If you set a goal high, and then if you strive to develop a strategy to reach there with enthusiasms, and then if you do not give up in what you're doing, someday the path will be there.
Wakata says he hopes to have inspired at least one student. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
For future events, visit www.elcamino.edu/events. The Lennox Enrichment After School program, also known as LEAP, offers classes ranging from drumline to design. Reporter Shantae Passmore visited a popular course at Lennox Middle School.
Some people think playing video games are a waste of time, but school officials at Lennox Middle School are not only encouraging students to play, but design their own. Oh my gosh.
And they're actually doing more of the behind-the-scenes stuff where they're actually building, constructing, modeling, and then seeing the product.
Jose Orejel's video game design and animation class is so popular, the middle school began to offer it during lunch break and Saturdays, thanks to a grant it received.
You got to offer kids what they want, and then you find the academics in it.
Many of the LEAP courses are based on fun project learning activities. School officials dubbed the concept as disguised learning, and based on students' reactions, they don't mind.
They said that they have animation here. They talked about all the things they were going to do, and I thought it was going to be fun, so I joined. We're learning how to Photoshop, animate, and we're doing Minecraft.
At first, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then after being in this, I wanted to make movies and stuff, but animating.
The LEAP program is so unique, it received a Golden Bell Award in 2010, and staff members from other districts often visit to see how they can implement a similar program. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
To learn more about the LEAP program, visit www.lennoxleap.org. Students at Eucalyptus Elementary had the opportunity of meeting a United States founding father. Jennifer Maria was there to tell us more.
For the second year in a row, fourth graders have had the opportunity to listen to and meet Benjamin Franklin.
I was born in 1706, and I was born near the corner of Washington and Milk Street in a small white frame house in that fair city of Boston.
It connects with what the students are learning in fourth grade in social studies, and it just brings history alive for them.
Benjamin is a great guy. He likes to read, and he does a lot of experiments with electricity.
The second part of the workshop taught students about history and Mr. Franklin's first inventions.
But many times an idea for an invention might be right on the tip of thy nose, meaning these. Nay, I did not invent glasses or spectacles. I invented a certain type of glass or spectacle.
He made the chair, a ladder chair, and he he made the harmonica and he disagreed with a lot of people back then because they thought he was making people ill with the harmonica. He taught us how electricity works and he showed us different types of electricity.
Following his appearance, students moved on to the second part of the assembly, where they learned even more about Mr. Franklin and the printing press.
Now these are the easy letters we can read because they're big. When you make a book or newspaper, you have to use small letters upside down and backwards. That gets to be a little confusing.
I think it's great to learn more about our history. I think it's really cool because we don't get to do this every day and we don't get a lot of field trips.
Though it's only a half-a-day assembly, Assistant Principal Marissa Stewart says students learn a lot.
We get a lot of creative writing from the students and they reference what they learned later on in the year. They make connections to the new things that they're learning.
Stewart says they plan to keep bringing this assembly for years to come. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about the printing machine, visit the Printing Museum website at www.printmuseum.org. Wiseburn community members kick off the 2015 baseball, softball, and t-ball season with an opening ceremony. The celebration showcases the participating teams and new fields. Mamdou Salid takes us there.
It's Little League time at Wiseburn. Players, coaches, and parents marched with their teams at Dana Middle School to celebrate the beginning of a new season.
I think the league is very interesting and I really like it because it's fun and energetic.
There were plenty of activities and food for everyone to enjoy.
My coach is really fun and my team, they support me.
In attendance was David Castro, who recalls playing in this little league as a kid in 1967. His mother, who was part of the 1975 senior all-star team that won the state championship, had the honor of throwing the first pitch. David's mother was teammates and longtime friends with Coach Cheryl Purdy, who was honored in this opening ceremony for her dedication and contributions to the Wiseburn Little League. Coach Cheryl recently passed away due to cancer. Players and coaches from each team flew balloons in her remembrance, and in her honor, commemorative plaques will hang from each one of the dugouts.
I have a lot of great memories here, just fantastic. My best times were here.
It was very touching just to have the ladies of 75 here. Shows our community is just still growing strong.
The softball fields were touched up with brand new dirt, which was made possible by the donations and efforts of the Little League staff and parents.
It's about family, community, and activities, and keeping kids busy, and friendships, and bonds, and communicating and living with your neighbors, and in a united, let's say, a cause.
This year's ceremony brought together the biggest turnout in terms of teams and community members in several years. For HCTV, I am Mamdou Saleh.
To find out more about Wiseburn Little League and to view the season schedule, please go to www.eteamz.com/HNWLL. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. Stella Davis students participate in a project to help save energy, waste, and water. Also, Hawthorne police are holding a motorcycle training. And families join the Easter Bunny for an egg hunt and bunny breakfast. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630. You can watch City News online by searching for Hawthorne Community Television at youtube.com. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll leave you now with more footage from Wiseburn Little League opening day. See you next time.